To answer your question, what's the best cooking advice I can give to a young person? It's a great question. Best cooking advice I would say to you is this. Everyone's going to focus about getting all these, fancy equipment. You don't want to be exactly like me as a chef, all right? You don't need all that stuff, especially when you're just getting into it. I don't know if you have experience, cooking or you don't, but it doesn't matter. Let's just focus on this. All you need is a knife, a French knife, a cutting board, some pans, just one pan. You don't need any more other pans, just one. What's it called? A sheet pan and a silicone pad, and then some towels. That's it. And maybe some prep cups or whatever in your bowls and stuff like that to eat from, which is, common sense, right? Chances are you probably have it. Now, if you're giving this away to them, awesome. But my advice is don't break the bank on this one. I'll go to TJ Maxx, go to Home Goods, or even go to Value Village, and you can find some of this stuff. Don't get the cutting board there, okay? Get a brand new one. I have, let me just show you this one. I got this one for like $10, something like that, or 14. And I have another cutting board that I've had for 8 years. It's bamboo. I would suggest getting a bamboo one that doesn't get bacteria that easily. But if you have another chance, get a cutting board that has grips on it so it doesn't move around a lot so you don't cut yourself. Alright, now we're past the equipment part. Now the best advice I give you is, buy things on sale. Alright, I can't stress this enough. I buy a lot of, proteins, vegetables on sale to save a lot of money on cost. And you can still get the best ingredients from there. It's just you need to know what the best ingredient looks like. And if you have the time, which chances you do, I don't care who you are. A lot of people say, oh, I'm so busy. Greatest advice I ever got from this guy, he's 70 years old. He says, my entire life, no one is that busy in their life. He's right. He's exactly right. There's times where you're going to watch a TV show or some sort of movie, right, and binge it. If you're doing that, you have time, okay? Doesn't matter. From there, go and check out a grocery store. Sacrifice the TV show for once, all right? Go to those grocery stores, at least 3 or 4, at least 5 to 10 miles in your radius, and just say, pick the chicken. Find a chicken if you're not, if you're a carnivore, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, doesn't matter, right? Look at the price. How much does it cost per pound? Then go to the other ones, compare prices for the proteins, the vegetables, and the grains, or dry goods. From there, you'll be able to find the best prices. My wife and I, we go to H Mart for the vegetables. My wife and I go to Costco for the meats, and then we go to one of my favorite stores, Central Market, for spices and specialty, ingredients that you won't find at a lot of places. That's what we do. All right, and some of these places can be pricey. And then of course Central Market for fish, because it's the freshest fish, even better than Pike Place Market for Seattle. All right, but this is just my opinion. So find those things. Find where the freshest ingredients are for the cheapest price. All right, and then from there, start cooking. Now, some of you might not know how to cook. Hopefully you do. You don't. If you don't be afraid. Just go on YouTube. Look it up on YouTube. It's free. You shouldn't have to pay for it. And if you want to learn, this, and maybe you don't know how to season things correctly, that's where you're wrong. You know how to taste food, all right? You know what is good, and you don't know what is good. So if you liked any of your parents' food when growing up, if they actually cooked, try and ask them, hey, how do we make that one food? Can I, cook it with you for one day? Watch them how they do it, and this will create that little spark where you're able to create curiosity and start connecting the dots for other foods later on to, experiment. All right, get more recipes, more things in your life to, save money. The more you know how to cook, and then various, fundamentals, and I would say focus on learning the 7 fundamentals of cooking, actually 8. And once you learn all your fundamentals of cooking, you can cook anything out there on the market. Doesn't even matter. And that's it. That's my advice to you. and hopefully that helps you out. And don't be afraid to try new things. If this helped you out, click that like button. It helps more with the algorithm. I know that sounds dumb in some sort of way, but this is how you can repay me with this information I've given to you. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And thank you so much for listening. Have a good one, and thanks for the question. Peace.